People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now, people, the first thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Jamaica has been played with all sorts of pasa mix-up as it pertains to crime. And persons are always saying or speculating that a lot of these crimes that we see occurring in Jamaica, it seems kind of strange. More than likely, the possibility or the probabilities are that most of these crimes are being perpetrated by some people from out of town. We are talking about out of the country. We are speaking about some depot. We are talking about some deportee. So anyways, people, the other day the Popo rolled up in a place called Old Harbour, and it is said that they went for a violence producer, and he is a person that has been creating all sorts of havoc and catastrophe. In the area, we are talking about St. Catherine, we are talking about Old Harbour. So people, I am going to let you take a listen, take a look at this video, and then I'll give my piece.
Whoa. Whoa.
My aunt hurt me.
Have mercy, Father God.
How's she here before me?
Yes. God, have mercy. Have mercy, Jesus.
Now people, like you saw in that video, the edited version, them fling him in the trunk, and you can hear people are ball out and a holler for M-U-R-D-E-R. That means that they are claiming that this person was taken out unjustly. Now people, whenever you see the Popo roll up in a spot, especially in the garrison, in a convoy, we are talking about Jeep on top of Jeep, we are talking about them boys in a blue. You know that they are going for something big, and people, when them come out with the end product, we are speaking about man lay down and ready for the fridge. We are speaking about ready for modern. You know that it is serious. Now people, based on the information that I have from the street, word on the street, I don't have his name. However, it is said that he was a person that came from foreign and he was deported less than a month ago. So people, in a less than a month, he is making a name for himself. I am speaking about he is having a very negative impact on the society in the neighborhood we are talking about Old Harbour. However, it seems as if the news spread fast. It seems as if the Popo hear about him, so therefore they went and they did their due diligence allegedly, and then basically take him out. No questions asked, no going past go, no collecting $200, straight to the afterlife. So people, I don't know what is going to happen. However, as soon as I get some more relevant information, I will divulge that to you. Bless up. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also please subscribe to this channel, and when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now people, this is an update about an incident that occurred in a place called the Acres St. Anne's. We are speaking about close to Alexandria St. Anne. Now based on information, it is said that the Jamaica Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animal, the relevant authority that is basically responsible for any sorts of action as it pertains to aggressive animals, we are speaking about dog in this case, have basically intervened based on some instruction from the Popo, based on the case as it pertains to Michael Allen. We are speaking about the 5-year-old boy that was basically mauled by the dogs. Some people say some pit bull. However, whatever the case is, we see that it is some sort of aggressive animals. We are talking about dog. Now people, based on the information that is out there, it is said that the Popo have done their investigation and they spoke to the owners of these dogs, and people, obviously these owners are in denial. They claim that the dogs really only trouble people if them come in at the yard. However, people, when we think about the situation, there is no fence, there is no wall. So therefore, if you are passing by, these dogs are going to automatically rush out upon you because they are territorial. Point blank and period. And also based on the fact that they are not trained, these are not police dogs that know them border or know them limit. So therefore them just are going to rush out, and depending on how they feel that is going to determine exactly what they did. And especially or specifically in this case, we see so them rush a little youth. We are talking about Michael Allen, and them basically bite him up in him head, pan him foot, pan him back, in him face, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling, all over him body. And people, it is bad. However, based on the information, it is that he is doing better. He is in a bad condition. However, he is doing better. He is able to communicate. And he was the one that directed his parents and the pawpaw and say, yeah, I them dog, you do it. So therefore, he has basically given relevant information to the pawpaw, and the pawpaw act and basically responded or basically told the relevant authorities to go for the dog. So based on the information, it is verified that these dogs are now in the possession of the relevant authority. And the relevant authority, they are waiting a determination, are waiting further instruction from the pawpaw whether for basically take with them dog, you know me I talk about, send them to the afterlife or whatever the case is. Now people, when we think about these dog owners in Jamaica, and I have said it before on several occasions, they are very irresponsible, they are in denial, they are negligent, and people so said in this case, because it is said that whenever the pawpaw went and interviewed this person, they must say, no, I know my dogs don't do that. However, based on the history in the community we are talking about, in the acres we are talking about St. Anne, it is said that these dogs have been rushing people over and over, and nobody take any sort of action. So people, like I said, when it pertains to the relevant authorities in Jamaica, they are reactive instead of proactive. So therefore, when them get any sort of complaint, they are not going to act unless something drastic happens. And people, in this case, we say it was basically one of the worst case scenario, point blank and period. So anyways, people, I am going to let you listen to a voice note of what one of the persons that are responsible for that relevant authority who took the dogs into possession. I am going to let you listen to exactly what she has to say. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece, or then you let me know what you think in the comment section.
Yes, our agency has actually responded. We got word this afternoon that they required our services to remove some animals from the area that was reportedly involved in the attack. Called us from earlier on, but they were still doing their preliminary investigation. And then a little later this afternoon, we got a call to say we need your help now. My team are actually still down there at 7:30 this evening doing just that, removing what they can, and the ones that have been identified, and they'll be brought back into base, and we'll wait final word from the police as how to proceed. What would have caused these animals to just, attack a child for no reason? But as I said to even the officer that contacted me earlier this morning, I truly believe that these animals were already showing signs of attack or aggression towards others, and it was disregarded and nothing was done. And unfortunately, when something did happen, it's a 5-year-old, isn't it?
The St. Anne police have been in the St. Acres community since morning. We have collected several statements that can assist our investigation. We have also brought in the scene of crime to process the scene. I can also confirm that one of the dog owners has been identified. Statements have been collected from her.
So people, you heard what the pawpaw had to say, and you heard what the relevant authority had to say. Basically, these dogs have been problematic in the area for a very long time. However, nobody did what they were supposed to do. Nobody did their due diligence and basically make sure the situation did not get out of hand. So people, that is the case in that case. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is an update as it pertains to the lady. We are speaking about the 17-year-old and her name is Kaylan Dowdy, and I am speaking about the 17-year-old that was basically rushed in our party in our Barbican, and people, you know that she was almost comatose. So anyways, based on the information that is out there, it is said that the Popo were looking for at least 5 to 6 persons, and they held, or 2 persons gave themselves into the Popo, and specifically I am speaking about a young lady, and her name is Anne-Marie Mullins, and she said she is wondering, she is pondering how her picture got out there on social media, and she is blaming these bloggers and also their subscribers because they've been saying a lot of bad things about her on social media. They've been making a lot of remarks on people. She is denying that she has anything to do with it, and actually she said that she was at the hospital at the time of the party, so therefore it is impossible. So anyway, she went to the Popo, and the Popo also cleared her name, and she is saying that she is getting all sorts of threat from people. People are pointing her out in an H00T minibus, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. So people, take a listen, take a look to what she has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Anne-Marie came to the police with her attorney, and we had no interest in her, and so she was able to leave with her in the presence of her attorney. We have no interest in her. She is not implicated in what transpired. I understand that she's a friend of the ladies or may have some association with them, but she was in no way, shape or form involved.
I'm afraid of my life. Afraid. I'm very scared. Yesterday, I'm going to visit my baby at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, and I took a taxi, and I saw a young lady in the taxi, and a video call, and I show a girl, and I ask girl if she know about the fight, and I show a girl me, and I show I have to take off my hat and my mask and say, girl, young girl, if you don't know nothing, don't judge me. I wasn't there. People are pipe me up, me I walk a H00T Saturday, and a man say to our next man, see how the she in her master, she a master, so one of the girl there. And Saturday, people are pipe me out and show me. It traumatized me. My God, I got to put them to shame, because my God knows me not guilty. And me not involved in it. My God knows my heart clean and my hand. Boy, I see my picture out there now, but I don't know why them put my picture out there now. I have baby on the 5th of November, and I came out of the hospital on the 6th of November. The 7th of November, the party kept, and I went and looked for my baby from like 11 o'clock during the process, and by 4 o'clock, I leave the visit at the hospital. When I leave the visit, the rain was falling. It's when I go home, I have ear and feel sick in my bed. I don't come back out of my house.
So people, what this audio shows is the pros and cons of social media and blogging. It shows that sometimes you have to be very responsible, and that includes myself, because sometimes we get information, however, that information is incorrect, whether it be an audio, whether it be a video, whether it be a picture in this case, because we get information and the picture had 6 persons. However, out of those 6 persons, one of those persons, or at least 1 or 2 of those persons, were not involved. So therefore, we are seeing the repercussion, we are seeing the backlash. However, the good thing is that this lady cleared her name, because people, the truth and the fact is that people can get hurt. And even though somebody, a 17-year-old, was unjustly, we are talking about beaten up, people, we don't want to see other persons getting hurt. That has nothing to do with it. So the point that I am trying to make is that we cannot use one bad incident and say that it is justice when we basically implicate somebody that is innocent, people that is one wrong, and taking it and using a next wrong to justify it. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, you heard what the lady had to say, and you heard what the Popo had to say. So anyways, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.